Good morning, Chris Vernon with Vernon Litigation Group. Today I want to talk about what I call, to use a lingo, a term in the industry, Reg D offerings. These are small investments that are not traded on the stock exchange. They're lightly regulated, if regulated at all. Some of these are good investments, but you need to be aware with some of these Reg D offerings, these small private offerings, you may be investing in some kind of Ponzi scheme and some type of investment scam. These have not been vetted like some of the other products you can go to a brokerage firm and buy. And you need to remember, you may think you're avoiding the risk of the stock market, but you could lose all of your money. And if you try to sue somebody, it might be uncollectible. So it might not even be worth suing to try to get your money back. So you need to stay away from these types of investments unless you have a real investment professional, somebody who really knows what they're doing, who can do the due diligence for you to make sure that it's a legit investment, to make sure that you have a chance of getting outsized returns for taking the big risk you're taking. There's a couple of things that I say you should do in this particular arena to try to avoid getting scammed. One is don't rely on a recommendation from a friend, even a professional, because a lot of scam artists use Reg D offerings to cheat people out of money, and before they even get to the point of getting to the investor, they do a really good job of ingratiating themselves with professionals and other well-to-do people in the community with good reputations, and then they springboard off of those representations to convince you that you should trust them and simply buy what they're selling. Another thing, don't rely on the person selling you this investment in terms of the validity of the product, the Reg D offering you're buying, because obviously, or maybe not so obviously, they have a lot to gain if you buy the product. So you need to do independent due diligence. Don't rely on friends, professionals, and don't rely on the salesman himself. Do true independent due diligence, and if you don't know how to do that, hire someone to do it. Remember, whatever it is, let's make sure our money's working for us and not for somebody else. Have a great day.